Science with Nahida, the God of Wisdom. Part 1. Elemental Skill. When Nahida taps her elemental skill, targets within a 6-block radius are afflicted with dendro damage and the Seed of Skanda. This effect has very limited verticality, reaching from 1 block below to 2 blocks above her. Up to 5 collectibles within the area of effect are automatically transferred into your inventory, and line of sight is not required. When holding down her elemental skill, Nahida enters aiming mode, allowing her to select targets at great distance. When she completes the cast, it applies dendro damage, the Seed of Skanda, and also picks up marked collectibles. Whilst Nahida aims, she is immune to interruption and will float above ground effects, such as the pulses in the Raiden boss battle. Up to 8 enemies can be selected, with a maximum range of approximately 33 blocks. The maximum range for collectibles is slightly longer, at approximately 40 blocks, still caps at 5 items, and is limited by line of sight from the player's perspective. Wildlife is not eligible for ranged target acquisition, only the tap variation can harm them. Enemies with the Seed of Skanda are linked together with a long tether. Though this does have a maximum range that I can't easily measure, rest assured it is long enough that you never need to worry about it. When any reaction occurs on an afflicted enemy, or they're hit with dendro core damage, they, and all enemies linked to them, will take additional dendro damage. This effect has a base cooldown of 2.5 seconds, regardless of which enemy it is triggered on. When it triggers, 3 dendro particles will be created, but this has a cooldown of approximately 8 seconds. The initial cast of her elemental skill does not generate any particles. The damage calculations do not snapshot stats at the time of casting. Whilst ironic, considering it takes the form of a camera, this does fall in line with recent character expectations. Part 2. Elemental Burst. Activating Nahida's Elemental Burst expands the Shrine of Maya for 15 seconds and bestows Euphoria on the player. Having Hydro characters in the party extends its duration. The Shrine of Maya has a radius of 23.5 blocks, and, more importantly, is extremely pretty. Active characters within its field, including active co-op characters, are granted a significant bonus to their elemental mastery. The effects of her first constellation increase the number of characters counted for the various bonuses, and this will apply even if, for example, your party has no pyro characters. Part 3. Normal and charged attacks. Nahida's normal attacks strike as a rectangular hitbox measuring 4 blocks wide. Her first, second and third attacks reach 9 blocks in front of her. The fourth attack is slightly extended at 9.5 blocks in front, but also 2 blocks behind. Her normal attacks have the standard internal cooldown, applying dendro on the first and fourth attack. Repeating the full attack string takes 2.65 seconds for each iteration, making it an ideal fit. Her charged attack is a square blast measuring 8 by 8 blocks. If there is no enemy nearby, it is centered 6 blocks ahead. Vertically, it reaches from 2 blocks below the target to 5 blocks above. With a target available, its position at time of casting is used. However, the delay of 0.85 seconds may cause it to miss enemies traveling at high velocities. Nahida's charged attack follows the standard for Catalyst users and has no internal cooldown. At the expense of stamina, it can be looped every 1.35 seconds without attempting to cancel the cast. A charged attack can easily be added after the third normal attack, with a looped duration of 2.6 seconds. This offers no additional dendro application for a single target, but does provide significantly more area coverage. Part 4. Miscellany. Nahida boasts the longest idle animation for a playable character, sitting on her swing for a grand total of 80 seconds. Her elemental skill cannot pick up dandelions. Unfortunately, you'll still need an animo character for that. The seed dispensary gadget given to players by Madame Ping takes effect when Nahida picks up flowers with her elemental skill. The Cedar Skanda may not deal damage to Dendro slimes, but it does provide a unique way of tracking their locations. Due to range limits, Nahida must be elevated in order to collect all fruit from trees with her elemental skill. Nahida's charge attack may be cancelled after the cursor effect appears, and the blast will still occur. That concludes Science with Nahida. See you next time.